MPs, look at the big happy heads on all those people. They're like kids on Boxing Day who've been told Santa Claus is going to come again tonight. At Ireland Green Power, we are absolutely thrilled that Labour have been elected into power. And a lot of you would say, oh, well, they would say that, wouldn't they? Well, I'd go back to October 2022, when Liz Truss was driving home to her constituency and was looking at a field that had solar panels on it, and decided that, oh, wouldn't it be great if there was no solar panels and it was just crops in those fields. And effectively, that almost became policy. And we are 35 people spread across Fulham and Norwich. We're thinking we don't have a job anymore. Because what she was suggesting meant that we had no business. Now, fortunately, her reign didn't last long. And thankfully, she was removed from power. And we had Claire Coutinho come into power. And that was a good bit better. But the people in that department, they were a bit like people like Westlife. They tell you that they like listening to in private, but they never tell you in public that solar was a good idea. So we were still very worried. And then when Labour came in, and before we even got a chance to even speak to Ed Miliband, he came out and he said the threat to food security was not solar panels, it was climate change. We've got landowners who have been wiped out this year. This year is one of the worst years ever for farming. And landowners need the benefit of solar to give them a secure income so they can keep farming going. So we work in harmony with agriculture, not against it. And it's great that we are able to build some huge solar farms. Hopefully, we are due to get our approval on the 6th of September. Hopefully, Ed Miliband will sign off with what will be the biggest solar farm in Europe. 800 megawatts of solar, 600 megawatts of batteries, enough power for 175,000 homes, and replace 37% of the power that was generated by the coal-fired power station. We have West Burton coming down the tracks, that's not far behind that. So we are so grateful that Labour have been elected. There's this new virus that's broken out in the Commons that only get indoors, it's called common sense. Yeah. And the people that have been put in power, you now have a lady chancellor, first time in 800 years, and also a chancellor as an economist. Well, you would think that would say economist chancellor, that goes up. 1947 was the last time an economist was chancellor. Wow. You have in health, you have a guy who's a cancer survivor, a guy who's been through the national. What better person to be in charge of the national? In prisons, you have someone who employed people who've been in prison, and what better person to have in charge of prison reform and rehabilitation of prisoners? So I hope this virus of common sense keeps going. I wish you all the best. I know some of you are going to take a bit of a holiday now and come back then after the recess. And onwards and upwards, we are absolutely delighted for you.